Okay.
Bringing YouTube in, Tom. Give me just a
All
moment.
right. Let me know when it's clear to start.
Should be good.
Okay. Uh, First of all, welcome to we invited people. We said, come on in here. Last week, I was teaching a foundation class, and I told people, I said, look, I've taken everything to cash with the exception of Berkshire, and I'm going to stay that way until the market changes the nature. And I'm going to explain that today for everybody to look at after this rally back up here. Everybody have a equal opportunity, but a high degree of risk involved in trading. Past performance is not indicative of future results. In my opinion, the market is down about 4 to 5% for the month of August, and that's bearish. And I'm not trying to buy things at low prices right now. I'm just letting the market develop. That's my opinion. Now, E-mini, if you look at the August high of 5,600, you look at the August midpoint of 5,360, we're currently about 5,352, right around the midpoint off those lows. And so today's the key day. And then you got news on Tuesday, news on Wednesday. You got the threat of an expansion of the war in the Middle East. You got a lot of things happening this week. But I would tell you the big number for me is 54. Let me give it to you. Month open 55.74. And 55.74 is where we open the month at. That's the big number. When your open of the month and your August high are real close together like that, that's a warning sign to you being long the market. I'll just tell you that's just an old warning sign. They might have some rallies, and might be some short-term buys and sells, but the bottom line is the trend is moving lower when you see that kind of action. Any questions about the E-mini and why I look at it this way? The high and the openings right in the same third of the market, and now you're trading at the midpoint after going lower, chances are you'll come back down, is what it's basically saying. That's the message that I have. Okay, next. Now here's the NASDAQ, and we'll start off by saying the August high was 197.17, August low was 173.51, and current midpoint is 85.34. We're a little bit above that on the NASDAQ, but let's look at the monthly open. The monthly open for the NASDAQ is 195.93. So you're still in that top third bearishness here for the NASDAQ. So I'm basically bearish for the month of August. Now, I'm not bearish for the year because year open is down at 172, but the NASDAQ got pretty close to it. So anyway, I think what you're seeing is a market that's under pressure for a lot of good reasons. The 10 tickers I published last night sort of give you my feeling on the market. If you notice this, there's those support numbers. If you break that, that's bearish. Resistance numbers, if you break that, that's bullish. Notice gold out of all these is above its resistance number. In fact, gold is an interesting market that we'll talk about when we go live. I've got Berkshire up at 440.55, gets above that, and I'll buy more of it. LNG is something new I've been following. If you look at it, LNG has looked pretty decent so far in this month. It is above its monthly open. I gave you two numbers on the QQQ, 455, 422. If you think about that is about 33 points, so about 437 on the QQQ if you take the midpoint mathematically. And if you look at the QQQ right now, it's at 449. It's nearer the high on the QQQ than the midpoint. So that's interesting when you map that out. Here's my takeaway. I picked stocks that I wouldn't touch with your money: Apple, Nvidia, Amazon, XLK, and Tesla. In fact, this morning I went short Tesla after the opening, and I'll show you why. But does everybody see these stocks I would avoid for the month of August? I say August only. Okay. There it is, folks. And that's something for you to look at. We just made a new look at last week's high, last week's low. Apple is corrected back up. Nvidia's corrected back up. Amazon is near last week's high. XLK is, I think, made a new high, slightly new high this morning. Tesla did not. Bearish. Sell it. Okay. Bullish stocks. This is something I started following. LNG. If you look at it, it's bullish. Berkshire, I said, it's bullish above 440.55. Gold is bullish above 226.55. Getting close there. I'd take a shot of gold. Maybe I'll take a shot with y'all. We'll see. TLT, bullish. And I look for TLT to go back up because I do think rates are going to come down. That's what I think. CMG, a stock that we bought pre-split, is actually starting to move up. If you look at it, keep your eye on it. It's above its monthly open, above its midpoint. Who knows? Maybe it starts running. Maybe those options come back alive. We'll see. Anyway, that's CMG. Now, this is giving you, the reason I wanted to meet this morning with you is because of what we're looking at. And what we're looking at is a market under attack, and one that I would tell you that you got to be a little careful in, okay? Any questions about what I just showed you? Okay. Now, I told people I was going to start futures training, okay, through October. And tonight we got our first big event training. Hopefully you're signed up for it. Eventually in October we'll have an in-person class, but I think that if you want to learn a little bit about futures and everything, it's a no-risk way to do it. And we get started, okay? And that will happen. That will happen tonight at 8 o'clock, right, Jonathan? 8 o'clock tonight. We kick it off.
Yeah, 8 p.m. Eastern time.
Right. If you want to join us, I don't know if you put a link in there, but the way I've got it set up, if you want to join us, okay, first I'm going to focus on trading the micro E-mini futures at night. And tonight, we're going to launch into a lot of stuff with the setups that I'll teach. In October, I've only got 2 slots left, but if you sign up, I'll probably do more future classes next year. So the deal I got working right now is that you'll get the training of the $1,000 you put up. If you decide it's not for you, we'll return your money as long as you let me know by September 1st. Contact the DTI representative, Barbara at DTI Trader, Andraka at DTI Trader, and Michael H. at investpub.com. Okay? All right, Jonathan, why don't you take about a 5-minute break? The time is 10:09. I'll get some coffee. I'll come back, and we'll go to a live market. Yeah, let me explain. I'm gonna do I thought I would trade live tonight just to show you the power of this, and I'm gonna invite everybody to see it. The training actually starts Wednesday. Does everybody understand that? Please acknowledge that tonight I'm gonna trade live and show you how it works. And then the training will start Wednesday. Okay, that's my plan. Okay. All right, let's go to a live market, Jonathan, and review some of these key tickers using the roadmap software. Eight o'clock tonight. All right, if you look at the E-mini, you can see we came down to 48, and the reference bar's got a high of, what's that high, Jonathan, on the reference bar?
53.83.
53.83 is the high. I would set an alert at 53.85. Edward's been with me a long time. He said scholarship night. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I just soon start letting y'all pay for it, even though you're getting your money back. I thought I'd start doing that tonight. You know, if I'm gonna get together, I'm gonna find an opportunity, hopefully, if it sets up that way. But 53, I'd set an alert at 53.85, Jonathan. 53.85, which, if you remember, last week was the high. And then I would set an alert down there. What's the low of this current bar?
Oh, the current bar is 53.50.
And the low is 48. I'd put an alert at 53.50. And that would help me with the first hour.
We got it.
Okay, let's go to the NASDAQ. Hold it before we do. Take a mental picture looking at those two bars. Now go to the NASDAQ. Would you say the NASDAQ is stronger than the E-mini? I would too. All right, what's the high of the day up there, Jonathan? Set an alert there.
186.93.
And we're 186.62. Now, for me to go long for a day trade, I'd like to be above that number and above 85 on E-mini. Okay? What's the low of the green bar?
Low of the current green bar is 18.533.
I'd set an alert there, 18.533. Now I've defined E-mini futures and the NASDAQ futures. Any questions? Okay. Let's go look at the 5 stocks I said was bearish on a daily basis.
Repost the slides for everybody in case you need those. Bearish stocks. Number 1, Apple.
Daily basis. Put it on a daily.
Yep. Hop over to this chart over here.
Okay, where is the buy zone for Apple?
On the daily chart, the buy zone entry is 224.71.
And Apple is trading
218.14.
I'd set an alert at the buy zone on Apple. That would tell me short term. I wouldn't buy it. It just tell me that Apple is bullish. Apple would have to go above. Let me give you a number. I got it right here. Apple would have to go above 221, so I would buy it. I would look at it at 221. How about that? Isn't that unique on Apple? Okay. The next one is NVIDIA. Okay, I've got a buy area above 114, and we have, it looks like about, Jonathan, what is the high of that red bar there that we started selling off on, that one
That's
there?
that's the August high, 120.16.
That's 120.16. And where's the buy zone start for this one?
115 quarter or so.
Yeah, I think about 115.55 is where I would set an alert.
Next up is Amazon.
Okay, Amazon. Ooh, Amazon's really bearish, isn't it? I've got it. Got to get above 185. Man, you'd almost have to be into the buy area above 185 to, yeah, that's way up there. Okay. Amazon's really deteriorated, okay, for the month. Let's look at XLK. Yeah, about 216 on XLK would take us into the buy zone area. Let's look at Tesla. I've got it bearish. Tesla's bearish on a daily basis. What was the low of, or where's the sell on Tesla come on a daily? Sells on 181.
Yep.
Now, I told you I went short Tesla this morning because it was below 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about a 7-day low below that open. It's in a downtrend, and I shorted it, and I'm out of it now. I took a nice little profit, but I'm gonna watch Tesla for another play. So if you take 181 to 223, that's 19 and 33 be 52, about 25 points, about 206, 207. I might look at Tesla again as a short spot. That's the midpoint area, okay, on Tesla. All right, let's look at some stocks I identified as long. LNG.
I want to let you know that the NASDAQ made a new high. S&P has not.
Okay.
Here's the daily chart of LNG. Well, once it reloads here.
Still bullish, moving higher. Matter of fact, it's about to take out the highs, isn't it? 184.64.
That's a new high today. Yes.
Yeah, looks good. 85.11. I might consider taking that one long. Okay, Berkshire is another long. Berkshire is just trading right now. It needs to take out about 435 for the next level on Berkshire. GLD, that's one that's really was looking pretty good earlier. GLD. I like it. And in fact, Jonathan sent me an alert at 226.55 on that one.
226.55.
TLT, another one I like. TLT. Let me check something real quick on my notes on TLT. $96.55 is 54 was Friday's high. So put an alert at 96.55 on TLT. I'd be comfortable later on today looking at both gold and TLT before that. I'd consider doing both of those before the CPI this week on those two. So I wanted to get everybody together. I don't see anything I want to sink my teeth in. I'm going to let the market trade and record more numbers, but I think you get a flavor of my thinking and why I'm very careful. The YouTube channel, Tom, is youtube.com at TBuzzTNT. All right. Options on the go. You might hear from me this afternoon. Let's let the market trade, but you can see I'm bearish for the month of August. Okay? I'm bearish for the month of August. Any last minute questions for me? Jim, listen to the tape. I covered NVIDIA. Terry, listen to the tape. Bruce, the October futures class is here in Ponte Vedra. Oh, I forgot to cover CMG. Put CMG in record. It's early on CMG, folks. I'm not ready yet, but I might keep your eye on it. It's showing some strength, and it gets above about 58, 55, we might have a play. Thanks, Karen, for saying that. And folks, that's why I invited you. I wanted to cover the broad picture where everybody can have a good week. So I'm going to wrap it up, Jonathan. Stay tuned. I'll be back.